The NFL Network wouldn't exist if it wasn't for Pat Bowlen, and that I can speak to. I said this when Pat Bowlen was inducted. Well, he was announced to be in the Hall of Fame, and certainly when he became sick and left public life. And I'll say it again here. Mere hours after his passing, he passed away last night. And the NFL Network would not have existed without him. He was the primary owner when the NFL Network was in the ether in the early aughts. He was the primary owner to deal with broadcast partners in the NFL. Art Modell was the first owner when TV was just becoming a valuable commodity back in the 60s, late 50s, 60s, and 70s. And then Pat Bowlen, when he took over the Denver Broncos, became very influential within the ownership ranks. And then when the 90s hit and he's winning all those championships with TD and John Elway and Mike Shanahan and all those years before as he was trying to get one with Elway and Dan Reeves, became very influential in the broadcasting world. And without his support and passion, the NFL Network would not have existed. My old boss, Steve Bornstein, dealt directly with Pat Bowlen all the time. Pat Bowlen was the first owner to ever visit us in the NFL Network offices. He was the first owner to ever appear on the NFL Network. He was the owner that helped not only get the NFL Network off the ground and on the air, but also create a Thursday night football package that the NFL Network would call its own, not only for us to grow up as an entity, but also to help us get distributed on many, many cable outlets that we were having arguments with at the time. It's no mistake that the first team to play on the road and the first Thursday night game of that package on Thanksgiving night was Pat Bowlen's Broncos. That night, Adam Schefter, my colleague, broke a story saying that Jay Cutler was going to start the next game no matter win or lose for Jake Plummer on that Thursday night in Kansas City. And I'll never forget Pat Bowlen coming to our compound in the parking lot, knocking on the door, open up the door. Who walks into our green room trailer in the parking lot but Pat Bowlen? Where's Adam Schefter, he said. Didn't raise a voice, said, where's Adam Schefter? It appeared to me on the spot that he had not only scooped the rest of his colleagues, but also Pat Bowlen on that front. Want to know where he got his information from? We told him where he was. Pat Bowlen said thanks. And as he strolled off in his leather jacket over his sport coat, as he strolled, was sashayed off, the word I thought is the word that's always been associated with him, cool. That was cool. He's so cool. Man, he is the coolest guy I've ever met. And then anybody who would meet him outside of the football world for sure, and certainly in the community, would call him very warm man, but also the coolest cat that could cross paths with you. And I bet you his bust that goes in Canton to immortalize him, and I say this on the day of his passing, immortalize him, I bet you that'll be cool too. Because that's what the man exuded. Coolness, winning, and just passion, loyalty on behalf of anybody that I've ever worked with at the NFL Network, and I feel confident in saying this on their behalf right now. Thank you, Mr. B. Without you, we would not exist. Without your passion and support, we would never have gotten off the ground and gotten a chance to succeed. You helped bestow a Thursday night football package on us. We are here forever because of you. You immortalized the NFL Network. And I'm so thrilled you will be immortalized in Canton, Ohio.